Alright guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're all good. I am on my way to the gym. I've got cardio to do. Today is the 28th of April. I'm currently 5 weeks out to my first ever bodybuilding show. So yeah, I touched my lowest weight of prep so far this morning, 65.7. And yeah, so it's cardio time. It's currently 7 a.m. I woke up around 5:50. Was meant to wake up around 6:30. That was the time where I set my alarm because I got everything ready last night so that I could just get dressed and get into the gym, do my cardio, and then go back home. But my mom accidentally called me at 5:50, so that woke me up, and then I simply just stayed in bed until my alarm went off, basically. But it's fine, to be honest. The night sleep was good. I feel good. I had my thermogenic, my fat burner. I switched to full serving, so I had 10 grams of it, which contains 200 milligrams of caffeine and 3,000 milligrams of L-carnitine, and then other stuff like green tea extract and a couple of other things that work as thermogenics. So yeah, on my way to the gym. I'm like just 7 minutes away, but now there's no traffic, so it's an easy drive. So I've got 40 minutes of cardio. We switched things around. I will explain maybe a little bit more in depth later. But I've got basically 10 minutes of rowing machine intervals, and it will be on resistance 10. I don't know whatever is the actual word when it comes to the rowing machine, but max level of resistance, and it will be 40 seconds slow moderate pace, 20 seconds full send for 10 minutes, alternating, of course, 40 seconds, 20 until I'm done with the 10 minutes, and then I normally do like 30 seconds cool down at the end, just a slow pace to cool down. And then I've got 30 minutes of incline treadmill, incline 15, and speed 4.5. So doable, not nice, but doable. Compared to what I was doing Stairmaster, which we had to remove in a way because I got to a point where it was giving me anxiety. It was very, very hard. I was doing 25 minutes, level 15, and at this point in prep, it was really, really tough, and mentally it was giving me anxiety. So at some point, basically we decided to switch to this sort of setup, which I think works much better. I've done it for the first time yesterday, and I got a good amount of calories burned, more than the other one, because of course I did longer, but it's definitely more enjoyable and more sustainable. I've got more room to push. If we had stayed on the Stairmaster, it would have been not ideal. Just it would have stressed me out, so no point and not worth doing. Even if it was the best cardio option ever, if it's not productive, what's the point, So yeah, we switched to this sort of setting, which I enjoy. Of course it's still tough, but I enjoy because I like doing the intervals. I like pushing myself, but I also know it's just for 20 seconds, and then you rest for 40 seconds, so it works well. All right, so yeah, now I actually forgot that I had to come here for diesel, so I'm gonna put some diesel and then go straight to the gym, get my cardio done, and actually talk to you when I'm done, because I need to be kind of quick, because after that I've got my posing lesson. Then actually I need to get my first meal in, then posing lesson, and then I've got my pre-workout, which I will show you. It will be a very nice one. Then I've got clients, training first, then clients, then a bit of a break, and then I will have my shift tonight at the gym, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I will show you my meals. We'll have a little discussion, a little chat about the last week and the push we had to do in the last 2 weeks, because I had a wedding last week. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk more into detail in the next one, the next couple of clips. Talk to you in a bit, guys. Right, guys, I'm back. Cardio complete. I am actually 10 minutes behind schedule, 10-15 minutes, because I stopped chatting with a friend who came back from a 4.5 months travel, which was insane. Like, they went all over South America, which was, fucking unbelievable. And that would be an amazing experience to do, and probably a lifetime experience. So, of course, I couldn't stay long, but I'm looking forward to hear the full story. That will be very, very interesting. Anyway, so because of that, I'm like 10 minutes behind schedule, but I will still be on time. I just need to be quicker. So, cardio complete. It was very good session, actually. I enjoyed it. Yeah, 40 minutes cardio, challenging. There was a friend there. Challenging for sure, but this setup I really enjoy it. It's much better. I much prefer it. This comes back to what I was saying before. The Stairmaster was not the right one for me, at least in this point in prep. It's very rare to hear someone saying enjoy cardio like 5 weeks out. So yeah, it is important to listen to your body, to your mind, find the best option to get the results that you want. Which the best option might not be the same for everyone, so it is important to understand to the feedback, to listen to the feedback of the body, of the person, of the mental state, stress level, the approach you've got with things in general. It could be exercises, could be training, it could be some specific cardio sessions, whatever. At this, always, but especially at this point in prep, stress plays a massive role. So if moving to this new setup, even if it's not optimal, let's say, in theory, but I think it is, because it's just a different way, but even if it's not like what most people do, but if it works with me, in terms of getting the result I want, but also mentally, it's much better, because I feel a lot better. I am a lot less stressed. I get what I need to get done. I enjoy it, because I like pushing, as I said. I like doing intervals, because I come from a football background, and I like high intensity stuff, short and high intensity. I love sprinting. I love fucking running. I used to play right back and a winger, so I like sprinting, I like running. So to me, that sort of approach works amazingly. So I just I'm just thinking that we could have started doing that earlier, to be honest, but that is the best. It's okay, things change. It's been a long prep. I've started straight after Christmas, so things change. You get to a point where what was sustainable at some point, it might not be anymore, so you have to switch things around. So maybe if you were to ask me like 3-4 weeks ago, I would have said, yeah, no, the Stairmaster is fine, no issues at all. But now it needed to be changed to make sure that my body responds well, my mind responds well, and I'm as little as stressed as possible. Anyway, it was a very good session. I'm going back home. I've got my posing lesson. I'm gonna have my, as I said, I'm 10 minutes behind, so I need to be quick. As I'm going to cook my meal, I've got 20 minutes. As I'm going to cook my meal, I'm gonna get the setup ready for the posing lesson, and in the meanwhile, I'm gonna do some vacuums, eat my meal quickly. It's gonna take me like less than 10 minutes. It's a small meal. I'm gonna show you later. It will be, I remember, 125 sweet potato, 110 chicken, a couple of grams, 2 grams of extra virgin olive oil, 50 grams asparagus, 50 grams mushrooms, and 50 grams bell peppers, if I remember correctly. I will show you anyway. So I will cook that in the microwave, in my steamer. I will probably eat it straight from there. To be honest, I got my chicken cooked already, so I'm just gonna cook the sweet potatoes with the veggies, then put my chicken in there, heat it up for a couple of minutes, then eat, and then posing lesson. Let's say no ideal to go for a posing lesson straight after eating, but it's a small meal anyway, it's not gonna affect much. Plus I've got a long day, and this is what is going to have to be for today. But again, it's not gonna affect me because it's not like I'm gonna have to run straight away, you know. It's posing, it's demanding, of course, but it's not high intensity, you know, so it's not gonna affect anything. Anyway, guys, I'm almost home. I'm gonna get everything ready, show you the meal, and catch up with you after my posing lesson and pre-workout meal. It's currently 8:13 a.m. So yeah, I've got 17 minutes before my posing lesson. Catch up with you in a bit, guys. Meal 1. Alright, guys, posing done. Was a very productive one, and now it's time for meal number 2, pre-workout meal, which is going to be amazing. I've got egg white oats and a Ninja Creamy. So we've got 25 grams of oats and 1 egg. I put the egg whites in the oats. Then I've got 50 mushrooms, 50 mushrooms, 50 courgette, and 50 tomato sauce, tomato passata. And then I've got the creamy with the Naughty Boy Whey, vanilla flavor, amazing, I love it. And 100 grams of almond milk. I used it just because I had some left, but yesterday I did it without, and I just did it with water, and it came out perfectly because I have in this meal 30 grams of oats, but I put 5 grams of those inside the creamy, and honestly it makes a big difference in terms of texture. So I did that, then a bit of ESM flavor powder, a bit of sweetener, and I think this is it. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, and then I put the egg yolk inside the creamy, so to make it even better. So I'm gonna show you quickly how that looks, and then I'm gonna show you one thing that I do with the last bit of my ice cream, which is going to be amazing. So this is how the meal is looking. I've got the oats there. Now I want to show you the consistency of the ice cream first. Look how creamy it is. It's insane. With this recipe, it comes out perfectly, even without adding milk. I do add a bit of xanthan gum though. I put like 1 gram, something like that. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'm gonna show you what I do with my last bit of creamy. Alright, guys, first part of the meal consumed. I had the egg white oats first, then I had half of the creamy. Now I'm gonna show you what I do with the rest of the creamy, because I like to end it with a nice and creamy consistency. So instead of having my normal coffee separately, what I do, I basically put my coffee here, 1.5 grams instant coffee, same quantity of stevia, and then I put about 40 to 50 ml of water around that, and what will come out, it will be like a nice little cream that will then put in the creamy, and it will make like a really nice coffee cream, and I will show you in a little bit. I'm gonna blend this and show you the end result. So I've mixed that in, and there we go. I've got like a nice coffee cream, and this is how I will end the meal. Alright guys, I'm back. Training done. Train push. Very good session. I will talk about it a little bit later because I need to be kind of quick now. I need to have my post-workout because I've got my one client in like 20 minutes. So I'm gonna have my meal. I've got here prawns, 190 grams. Then I've got lettuce, cucumber and tomatoes, 50 grams each. 10 grams avocado and 5 corn cakes. Here's how the meal is looking. So I'm gonna eat some of the salad first, then I'm gonna leave some of the prawns, leave the avocado for the corn cakes, and I will show you how that will look. And I will have them with probably avocado, prawns, bit of tomatoes, chili flakes. I've got chili flakes here, white pepper, garlic powder, bit of garlic powder, bit of onion powder, and that is it, and salt of course. So yeah, I'm gonna have this one, and I'm going to show you the last bit. I like to end always with my corn cakes, avocado and prawns. Okay guys, we've got the last bit of food, last corn cake with the last bit of prawns. I put the avocado on top of the corn cake. Got 3 prawns, chili flakes, tomato. This is how I will end my meal. I love doing this. I love corn cakes. One little tip might help with corn cakes or rice cakes. If they are a little bit soft, just toast them for like 20-30 seconds in a toaster. They come out perfectly. So I've got this. I'm going to enjoy it, and we'll talk to you after my client, because I've got 1 hour break, and then I've got 5:10 p.m. shift. So this is the reason why I ate in my car, so that I will be spending basically the entire evening in the gym. So I want to stay a bit outside, spend a bit of time out of the gym, chill, then go work, then go back home and rest. Alright guys, talk to you later. Right guys, we're back in the car. Session with my client complete. It was a very good one, very productive one, so I'm very happy with that. Now I've got, as I said earlier, 1 hour break, which I will try and enjoy as much as possible. So the plan is now have a little chat with you, talk about the experience, talk about last week and the last 2 weeks, I would say, and then the 3 days travel, the wedding time basically, when I was back to Italy, then today's session as well, which was a very, very good one. So just a little recap. So basically 2 weeks ago, not last week, the week before, because of the travel I had to go last week because of the wedding, we decided to push harder, lower food, more cardio, and that honestly was very, 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 very tough. I did basically 10 days of full send, and those 10 days were 10 of the hardest days of my life, not gonna lie. Physically for sure, but also mentally. I was feeling cooked. My body, I had a couple of days, the Friday and Saturday, not last week, the week before, I was feeling like I was sick. Like I had fever without having fever. So they kind of sort of feeling, I don't know if you've ever experienced it before, but it was like, like my body was super cooked, like very close to be overtrained, to be honest. Because of stress, lack of sleep as well, but of course, the context in general, But thankfully then I had time to rest on Sunday, and then I had to push for 3 more days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then, which, I got them done, and then traveled to Italy on Thursday. Got like 1.5 hours sleep that night, then got there. I made 2 meals. I took 2 meals with me. It was a cake. I might post a little clip of that cake, which I had just in 1 meal because I was bloody cooked and I just wanted to rest. So I had that, then rested a little bit, then went out in the afternoon. So it was a very difficult situation to manage, not gonna lie. I went to Naples. Naples to me is 90% of the attraction is food. If you can't eat, it's just a struggle. Speaking of that, I will put some clips of the food and all the food that I missed of the wedding as well. Very, very, very good wedding in terms of how they organized the food and stuff. At least it looked. I haven't tried. So very, very difficult mentally and physically as well. Mentally because, of course, without training and doing cardio, food focus went sky high. All my friends around me were eating. Of course, they were on holiday or for a wedding or what they were supposed to do. So we went around the city, every little thing that they wanted to try, we stopped. For me, it was just suffering in a way. But then apart from that, it was a lot of walking. I was cooked. I was feeling like my legs were super heavy. So yeah, very demanding, very mentally and physically draining, to be honest. But it is what it is. It needed to be done, and it was still a good experience in a way. Of course, I would have preferred it to be another time of the year, but it's all right. It was still, the important thing is that it was good for them. That's the main thing. And what else? It just needed to be done. It was just difficult, because also, I had to organize the food, go find supermarkets, and it was a lot of mental work in a way to plan the day. Then of course when I was at the wedding I couldn't eat when I was there. I just had like a small meal, then I had a bigger meal in the evening, a bigger meal in the morning, bigger meal in the evening. So it was a bit of a big gap in between. So I was quite hungry, so I struggled in the evening, but then I was full. But apart from the high food focus, it was, as I said, very tiring. A lot of steps, like 20 plus steps, 20k plus steps a day. And last day my legs were so heavy that from the airport to the car park, it was like in theory a 10-minute walk. It took me like fucking 20 minutes because I was destroyed. I was absolutely cooked. My body was fighting back. So I did have some extra calories on that day, because of course I did like 24,000 steps, and my body was, when I go back home I had stomach cramps. I was feeling very bad in a way. So I had in total 400 calories extra on top of what we were planning, and that kind of helped because then I got a good amount of sleep and I was feeling much better the day after. Of course, still cooked, but the day after, which was Sunday, I just focused on resting and so on. So challenging, but as I said, it needed to be done. We planned for that. You got it done. We got the job done. I came back like 0.4, 0.5 heavier, but of course with the travel and all that stuff. But today I'm already on a new low, 65.7. So very happy with that. The body feels good. The body responded well because of the rest. It was fuller straight away because, of course, no expenditure apart from steps and stuff. So, of course, very mentally draining and physically draining. But I was fuller because, of course, I didn't use the glycogen for training or cardio. So came back somewhat rested. Rest yesterday, very good session. Today, very good session as well. Today I trained push. And yeah, I recorded the session, so I'm gonna put the clips here. I started from single calf lateral raise. I like to do it on a bench, like you can see. The angle works amazingly for me. So good, feels so good, so smooth. And also, yeah, I placed the bench so that I had resistance profile where it was heavier, about mid range. So that was the first exercise, 2 sets on there. Then stayed basically 80, if not more, of the percentage of that of the session was I did it in that cable station. So I remained there and did cable chest press. Really liked this exercise. I couldn't do it for a while because I had a bit of a shoulder injury, which I think the reason what caused it was overdoing the range of motion. Either when it came to my shoulder injury as well as my knees, overdoing the range of motion with not the right setup for me, not the right setting of some exercises, but also being stubborn with chasing the progression during my off season, my push phase before the beginning of prep. Because basically I started prep with my knees that were kind of fucked, shoulder a little bit as well. So I had to, in a way, be smart and understand that it is important to work within the active range of motion of the muscle, stay on the muscle, and be smart in terms of not being stubborn in terms of chasing the progression and stuff. So yeah, basically went back to this cable chest press, which I really like. As you can see, yeah, I get a good range of motion, but not like a, let's say, like you could see online that they go for that crazy range of motion. I just go within the range of motion where I can still feel tension in my chest and no stress on my shoulders. So that works perfectly with me. It was very good. Really liked that exercise. So I did let's say 2 sets. First set double rest pose, and then second set just a straight set. Then from there I went to flies, back fly, 2 sets on there as well. Then back to the cable station, and I did 3 sets of lying laterals, on the floor. Really like that exercise. I tried to set it in a way that it's heavier at the bottom, as it was at the end of the session. So I did 3 sets on there. Really like that exercise as well. Honestly, I love the cable station because it's so, what's the word, adjustable. Like, you can do anything on there, you can change the angle, the height, the width, and you can basically play up with it as you like. You can make it, based on whatever you want to do, whatever kind of resistance profile you want to do, and then whatever exercise you want to do. It's amazing. If I was to build a home gym, that would be the first thing I would buy for 100%. It might be expensive, but with that you can basically do everything, even legs potentially. So yeah, very good. After that I did curls on the leg press. I really like that variation because there's no stress on the spine, and I can go heavy with no stress on the spine, as I said, and I can get a really good stretch. And really like that variation. I think that was it. I don't think I did anything. No, I did also, after shoulders, I did single arm push down and single arm curl facing away from the cable. I really like that. I really like both of the exercises as well. I like to do single arm because of the shoulder issue I had. When doing both arms bilateral, the right side was always unstable, and they gave me like elbow pain because of the shoulder issue. So I had to switch to single arm, and then I just like it, so I just keep sticking to it because I really like it. And it doesn't take me long anyway, because I do 3 sets triceps, 2 biceps, alternate like 30 seconds each arm and exercise, and then when I'm done, I'm done. After that I did 20 minutes cross trainer, level 15, heart rate around 150, 155, so quite intense. And then that's it. So now the plan, what time is it? I've got a bit of time before I start work, so I'm gonna do some steps. I'm gonna go to Tesco and get some decaf coffee, then chill for a bit, then start my work at 5. Then I'm gonna have my fourth meal around 5:36, and then my last meal around 8:39, and then go back home and then chill. But yeah, that's it for now, and then yeah, we'll catch up with you for my fourth meal, which you know already what it is. I never switched this one, to be honest. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I put this morning in my creamy. Amazing stuff. Okay, time for meal 5. Egg white oats, skyr, strawberries, chia seeds, and hazelnuts, and then decaf coffee. Alright guys, job done. It's now 5:10. Day complete. Very positive and productive day. 1 hour cardio done. Push done. 12,000 steps done. 12,200 as of now. So yeah, very productive day. Now just a couple of things left. Just gonna go home, take a shower, very nice and warm shower, take my evening supplements, go to sleep, aim to get the best night's sleep that I can get, because tomorrow it's all over again. Tomorrow we got legs, so we gotta make sure that we are fully recovered and fully ready to attack the day. So yeah, feeling good, to be honest, feeling relatively good, considering where we're at. Much better compared to last week. So yeah, just very productive day, feeling good, and yeah, just time to go and get some sleep now. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe and share as always. I will see you in the next one.